Everyone has dreams of playing under the lights. I'm Bailey Pulliam, and for some, this dream is about to come true.
Where'd the on-campus polling place go? I'm Keaton Phillips with more on why all MSU students had to vote off campus in this year's midterm.
Those stories and more ahead, but first. A federal appeals court upheld a ruling just hours ago that blocks the Trump administration from ending the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA. The program protects undocumented immigrants that came into the U.S. as children from being deported. The ruling came from a panel of the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, and CNN is reporting that the Trump administration has already asked the Supreme Court to review the order. At least 12 people are dead after a shooting at a popular college bar and country music venue in Southern California. The shooting happened at Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California, roughly 40 miles northwest of Los Angeles. CBS News is reporting that the bar was crowded with over 100 people, and most of them being college students. Police identified the gunman as 28-year-old Ian David Long. He was found dead at the scene, possibly from a self-inflicted wound. Authorities have not identified a motive yet. Among the dead include Ventura County Sheriff Sergeant Ron Helas, who was killed while responding to the shooting. This is an ongoing investigation. Well, the midterms elections are finally over, and we've got the results.
In the Mississippi Senate race, Republican Roger Wicker was re-elected into his spot in the U.S. Senate. There will be a runoff election for the second Senate seat between Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith and Democrat Mike Espy. Hyde-Smith is ahead with only 41.6% of votes. Espy is right behind her with 40.6% of the vote. The runoff will be on November 27th to determine the winner. Nationally, the U.S. House of Representatives is now being controlled by the Democratic Party, while the Republican Party retained control of the U.S. Senate.
Many people criticize college students for a low voter turnout, but some say recent changes are actually discouraging students from voting. Take 30's Keaton Phillips joins us now live with more on this year's change in voting policies. Keaton?
In past elections, the majority of students have been able to stop by the basketball stadium to cast their vote. This was not the case on Tuesday. The polling place normally located in the Hump was moved to St. Joseph Catholic Church, which was about a 5-minute drive or a 20-minute walk from campus. I'm told that this move was because of a scheduling conflict with the women's basketball team, who played their first game of the season on Election Day. Many people believe that this could hurt student voter turnout.
An assistant professor in American politics, and she is currently researching election reform and the election policies within all of Mississippi's 82 counties. She believes that this change could hurt student voter turnout.
These changes are important, because students, it is already difficult to mobilize college students and get them excited about voting. Having another location means that logistically we have to work harder to help them get to the polls, right? You cannot assume that everybody has a car. It's a Tuesday, students have to go to school, they take classes.
If on Tuesday a student has classes all day with only like a 30-minute break, the polling place is gonna take at least 20 minutes for them to walk to. And then once they get there, it could be a few hours before they actually vote. So it just makes the process a lot longer for students.
I would like to see a discussion about changing the location, but that would include the student association, for example, and student affairs. So they were not in part of the conversation, they were not aware. And they do a lot of good work every year to help students register to vote and turn out to vote. So, and they're part of the school, they make a lot of decisions, they're the student government. So I think that they should at least be involved in be informed about it.
People hope that in the future, scheduling conflicts such as this can be avoided, or at least find another place on campus to serve as a polling place to remain accessible to the students. Bailey?
Thanks, Keaton. And one on-campus group came up with a creative idea to get people to the polls. Take 30's Mallory Bird has the story.
MSU came up with a different approach to get more students to vote. So they came up with a march on campus.
The hashtag Walk With Us event was free to any student who wanted to vote or just walk and show how important it is to vote, as stated from an MSU student.
We are about to walk with students to the Catholic Church so that they can exercise the right to vote. We met here at the Hunter Henry Center at 4 p.m. And then afterwards, students will get a pen and they'll be able to get some free cheese fries.
The Bend 612 gave away cheese fries to the first 150 students who participated in the walk and received a pen. During the day of the election, I asked about 25 students if they were going to vote or if they have already. Only one person said no, but the only reason was because they didn't have the information required to vote. This is Mallory Bird reporting for Take 30 News.
There's no word on if there will be another walk for the runoff election later this month. Another event encouraging students to vote that took place this week was Rap the Vote. Music Maker Productions and the MSU Student Association brought rapper JID to perform on campus Monday night. JID is from Atlanta, Georgia, and has worked with successful rappers and producers including Mac Miller and J. Cole. The event featured festival-style activities and information on Election Day. The Starkville Police Department arrested a man last week for possession of drugs. 25-year-old Benjamin Nash of Starkville was arrested Friday around 11 p.m. for possession of cocaine and marijuana. The arrest was made at the intersection of University Drive and Maxwell Street, where Nash was traveling on foot. Nash was taken to the Oktibbeha County Jail with a total bond of $5,419. He was later bonded. Starkville Police Department arrested another Starkville man last week. On Thursday, 22-year-old Lane E. Clark was arrested for statutory rape, receiving child pornography, and dissemination of sexually oriented materials to persons under the age of 18. All incidents happened in September and October of 2018. Clark was taken to the Oktibbeha County Jail with a bond of $11,000 and was later bonded. Police are asking for anyone with information on either of these arrests to please contact Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers at 1-800-530-7151.
Police are also asking for the community's help in identifying an armed robbery suspect. The incident happened at about 1 a.m. Monday morning at the Sprint Mart at the corner of Academy Road and Louisville Street. The Starkville Police Department released this video of the suspect, who can be seen here wearing a hooded sweatshirt and gloves. The suspect can be seen holding a pistol and forcing one person to the ground before jumping over the counter and pointing the gun at the store employee. The suspect is then seen going through the cash register drawer. There were no injuries during the robbery, but the suspect has not been caught yet. Police are asking for people to again call the Starkville Police Department or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. People can also leave a tip on the city's website, cityofstarkville.org/Starkville PD. Crime Stoppers may offer a cash reward. Next on Take 30 News, Veterans Day is right around the corner. What Mississippi State is doing to honor those who serve our country. We'll be right back.
Baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your weather forecast brought to you by MSU Campus Connect. Looks like we're in for a cooler weekend with highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. We'll have a fairly sunny Saturday with a significant chance of rain on Monday. For an updated forecast, remember, you can always visit weather.msstate.edu. November is National Veterans and Military's Family Month, and Veterans Day is next week. Mississippi State is hosting a number of upcoming events to honor America's veterans. On November 12th, the university will hold its annual Veterans Day ceremony on the drill field. Other events next week include the For Those Who Serve reception on November 14th for writing and art awards for student service members, along with the 4th annual Veterans 5K run on November 15th. On November 17th, the Mississippi State football team will be wearing special uniforms that honor the legacy of university alumnus Sonny Montgomery as they take on the University of Arkansas. Mississippi State has earned quite a few recognitions for serving the veteran community over the years, including the 2018 Military Friendly School Gold Medal Award, along with the Military Spouse Friendly School designation. MSU was also designated a Purple Heart University in 2015 by the Military Order of the Purple Heart. For more information on the university services for veterans, you can visit www.veterans.msstate.edu.
Starkville police are cracking down and reminding drivers to stop for school buses. This is after the death of a 9-year-old child in northeast Mississippi. When a bus stops on a 2-lane road, traffic from both directions must stop. However, as you can see here, on a divided highway or a road with a median, only traffic following the bus must stop. First-time violators can expect a fine of at least $400. Some buses are also equipped with exterior cameras to aid law enforcement.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have more after the Take 30 break.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
Welcome back. Have you ever wondered how a sporting event is broadcasted here on campus? Students here at Mississippi State are getting that real-life experience. Take 30's Robert Heron has the story.
Yeah, that's the student running this camera. I was surprised at first too. The SEC Network partnered with Mississippi State, and they are giving students the opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, we're tasked with a responsibility of managing the day-to-day operation of video for the athletic department. And that includes everything from broadcasting games to running the video systems that you see, the replay systems when you go to a game.
Many thought it would be an experience they wouldn't get anywhere else, even for the student who didn't think this would be something they would like.
I've always enjoyed watching podcasts and wanted to kind of know how they happen and stuff, so it hasn't necessarily been a thought to do it, but once I saw it, I realized that it would be really cool to do and something that I've always enjoyed.
Cameras are a big thing in this business, and Mississippi State has a few to play with. Mr. Ashford talks about the camera setup for football.
So we use for that 4 cameras. Of those 4 cameras, one of them is a wireless camera, which can go anywhere in the stadium that we need it to. The other 3 cameras are hard cameras. 2 of those hard cameras will have big lenses. And when I say big lenses, the magnification of those lenses are probably, 66x, which is, pretty big lens. So I can zoom in almost to waist up from the press box to a quarterback. We do the big lenses in certain locations because we want to be able to see closer rather than farther away.
Now, I know you heard Benny talking about one of those 60i cameras, and I'm pretty sure you was confused. But this is one of the cameras he was talking about right here, with the big lens, the viewfinder, the zoom, the focus. Currently, we're at 1x right now, and I can go as far as the goal. But if I choose to switch to 2x, it make it seem like I'm closer to the court. And I can even go as far as the bank first sign on the opposite side of the court. Stephen Trimble, the Assistant Director of Broadcast Operations, said it's pretty cool what the SEC Network and ESPN are doing for our students here on campus.
So the really cool thing about the SEC Network and Mississippi State is we provide students a real-world experience in the broadcast industry. So one of my jobs is to help recruit and maintain and find students. So
finding students who are looking to be great storytellers, not just on paper, but through sports video.
Each semester, the 2 look for additional students interested in joining the team. Next productions are scheduled for this Friday, one for basketball and one for soccer.
Last Thursday, the BYX fraternity hosted their annual Island Party concert. Take 30's Luke Lutz has why this event was more than just a musical act.
Y'all ready for some great music tonight? It's going to be a good one.
3 musical acts came to Starkville last Thursday for the BYX annual Island Party. People throughout the community enjoyed this free event, which in addition to having performers like Sam Mooney, Jordan Searcy, and King's Kaleidoscope, also had vendors from across the area.
We've got one more song for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out for it. Thank you for sticking through the rain. Stick around because you've got some mind-blowing music just ahead of you.
Though it rained throughout the night, the bands continued playing because the BYX Island Party was more than just a concert.
Last Thursday, BYX had a concert. In the rain, it was brisk. There was for Brickfire charity to help children at risk.
Brickfire is a non-profit after-school program for children from kindergarten to the 6th grade. At the event, the director of Brickfire and the students from the program were able to thank those in attendance.
The Brickfire Project is an aftercare program for low-income families in the Starkville community. So we have 150 mentors that are all Mississippi State students that come after school every day and help these kids with their homework, but most importantly, support them and form relationships with them.
My name is Layla. I am 9 years old. Brickfire is because they come and help us and let us pull up our grades. Every year during the school year, mentors come and help us for our homework, with our homework. They help our reading go better and our math. I love Brickfire because they help us with our homework.
BYX estimated that there were over 1,000 people in attendance, and they raised over $3,000 for Brickfire. I'm Luke Lutz with Take 30 News.
Looks like Luke wanted to show off his own musical skills. That's a weird flex, but okay. For information on how to volunteer with Brickfire, you can call 662-617-8125.
Don't go anywhere. Take 30 Sports is next.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. The Access program here at Mississippi State will play their own Egg Bowl in the form of flag football. The team will host the Ole Miss Landsharks on November 13th at 6 p.m. at the intramural fields. This will be the 5th year of the Unified Egg Bowl, and the teams are pulling out all the stops. Trey Allen, a helper with the program, will work the event for the 2nd year and said, quote, every year the students come together, they have a combine, and they assess the talents. Allen also said, if you ever attend a game of any sort, once one of the Access students scores, everyone goes crazy. It's such a fulfilling moment because most Access students just want to be treated normal.
Unified Egg Bowl we played at the intramural field on Tuesday at 6 p.m. The Mississippi State football team defeated Louisiana Tech last weekend, making them a consecutive 9-year eligible for the bowl games. MSU won their game 45-3, bringing in a win for homecoming week. This Saturday, the Bulldogs will face the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Kickoff will be 2:30, and it will be broadcasting on CBS. The MSU soccer team made university history this week. The Bulldogs earned an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. This team had a historic season so far. They debuted at number 2 and played a toughest schedule in the nation in 2018, coming out with a 9-6-2 record in the regular season. Take a look at the team's reaction when they found out that they got the bid. State will host Atlantic Sun Conference champions Lipscomb tomorrow at 4 p.m. The women's basketball team received some exciting news this week on Wednesday as well. The NCAA approved the waiver for sophomore guard Andrea Espinoza-Hunter, making her eligible immediately this season. She played 7 games at UConn before transferring to MSU and was the 16th ranked player in ESPN's class of 100. Espinoza-Hunter will have 3 years of eligibility remaining. That's it for sports. We'll be right back. You're watching Take 30 News.
A baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
Mississippi State's Volunteer Center is asking students and the Starkville community members for help. MVC is partnered with the Society of St. Andrew and Volunteer Starkville in hosting a sweet potato drop. The event will be held on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and will benefit local food pantries. 20,000 pounds of sweet potatoes will be donated by farmers and dropped off in the Commuter West parking lot next to the campus greenhouses. Volunteers will help bag sweet potatoes for delivery to food pantries. NBC said all ages are welcome.
The MSU volleyball team is hosting a family event this weekend as well. Following the Bulldogs match against Tennessee on Sunday, November 11th, the movie The Incredibles will be shown in Newell Grissom. The MSU-Tennessee match is set to begin at 1 p.m. Grammy Award winner Patti LaBelle is bringing the rhythm and blues to Mississippi State. Known as the godmother of soul and ranked by Rolling Stone as the top 100 singers of all time, LaBelle performed at 7 p.m. next Thursday at Lee Hall's Veterans Auditorium. Doors open approximately 30 minutes before the curtain rises for the show. Tickets range from $40 to $60 and may be purchased online at events.msstate.edu. If available, individual tickets may be purchased at the door. It looks like that's all the time we have tonight.
But first, we're going to take one last look at the weather before we head out of here. Looks like we're going to be down this weekend, upper 40s, low 50s, so make sure to bundle up and have a jacket ready. A few clouds in the area, might see some rain, but Saturday we should be clear for that football game against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.